What's up, YouTube? If you just so happen to miss my extremely awkward 2.5-minute introduction video, I am Grizz and this is my channel, Grizz Tactics. I needed a place to start, so what better place to start than the beginning? We're going to talk about the basics of survival. There are 5 basics. You need oxygen, water, food, shelter, and sleep. An easy to remember reference to your basic survival needs, although it's not always accurate because of many other outside factors, a good standardization is the rule of 3. You can go 3 minutes without air, 3 hours in extreme weather conditions such as extreme cold, extreme heat, or wet and rainy conditions, 3 days without water, 3 weeks without food, and for a lot of people, about 3 months without social media. Nah, I'm just kidding. Most people wouldn't last 3 months. There's one more thing that goes directly hand in hand with 3 out of the 5 of our basics. For water, food, and shelter, you're also going to need fire. For water, you're going to need fire to boil water for sanitation. For food, you're going to need fire to cook it, to kill any bacteria that may be in it. And for shelter, you're going to need fire for warmth. As far as oxygen goes, there are quite a few things that can interfere with your intake of sufficient amount of oxygen, such as chemicals or smoke inhalation, which, as history has proven time and time again, in a SHTF scenario, things will burn. Anytime there's civil unrest, things burn. There will be smoke in the air. So it's probably a good idea to have some kind of respirator on hand. Alright, moving on to water. Water is one of the most important preps, one of the most crucial, simply because your body is made up of about 60% water. Water helps with digestion, nutrition absorption, it lubricates your joints. When your water level drops in your body, the amount of blood in your body also drops. When your blood level drops, it makes it hard for your body to regulate its temperature, and it could also lead to a fatal drop in blood pressure, which is even more of a reason to have redundant ways of obtaining water. You could use man-made filters like the Life Straw, purification tablets, household unscented bleach, or you could just simply boil your water to sanitize it. Now on to one of my most favorite subjects, food. We all know why we need food. We need food to fuel our bodies. But our body can use its own resources for up to 3 weeks to keep itself alive. Although you're going to feel the effects of not eating within that 3 weeks. Your body will burn fat, then muscle, then it'll break down sugar reserves that's in your liver. It's always a good idea to have food put back in case you're not able to get out, in case you can't get to the store to pick up groceries, in case of any kind of natural disaster, such as a snowstorm, power outage, hurricane, whatever goes on in your region. If you're not a full-fledged prepper and you don't prepare for a collapse or civil unrest or tyranny, you always need to at least have 3 days worth of food in your house. 3 days will get you through most power outage and so on and so forth. Alright, shelter. There are so many different ways to find shelter. There's so many abandoned buildings, barns, vehicles, and if you're in a wilderness situation, you can take sticks, bind them together with whatever cordage you have available, make an A-frame, a lean-to. Options are endless as long as you could get inside something to get yourself out of the elements. When it's hot out, your shelter is going to act as your shade. It's going to be where you go to cool off and stay still for a little bit. In the cold, it's where you're going to go to stay out of the wind, to warm up. In the rain, your shelter is where you're going to go to stay dry. That's where you're going to sleep, to keep yourself away from all the elements. Alright, and finally last, but not at all least, sleep. Something that none of us get enough of. Without sleep, illnesses can last longer. You won't be able to overcome things as quickly as you usually would. And in a time when medicines and stuff may not be available, sleep will be crucial to everyday life. Without sleep, you can't concentrate. You can't react quickly enough to take care of yourself. And when you sleep, that gives your mind time to cleanse itself. Not to mention all the other health factors that come with not getting adequate amounts of sleep, such as cardiovascular disease, heart disease. In a survival situation, the last thing you need is more odds stacked against you. Well, I think that pretty well wraps it up for now. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell if you want to get updates when all my new videos come out. I plan on doing at least 2 or 3 a week. Until next time, take care of yourselves, take care of your families. God bless.